The next speaker is Sylvia, Global Human Rights.
Thank you. There you go. Does that work? Okay, good. I am with United for Human Rights, and what we do is we promote and talk about the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And I have many friends, and Princess Selassie was, Galila was a good friend of mine, and I'm very sorry to have her pass, but she got me involved and interested in this issue because we were talking about human rights, and she was like, well, this seems like a violation of human rights. But the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is written by the UN in 1948, and has been signed by many countries, including Ethiopia, guarantees many rights, one of them being all humans are born free and equal in dignity and rights. So everyone has a right to life, which is being violated when you have battles and fighting and drones, and what's happening in Ethiopia is a violation of human rights. There are many other rights that are completely being violated. One is everyone has a right to effective remedy by the competent national authorities for violating fundamental human rights guaranteed by the Constitution or by the law. So you're guaranteed a right to have your country helping to support your human rights completely being violated. And then we have everyone has a right to marry, everyone has a right to religious freedom, the right to change their religion, the right to adopt a religion, and most important, the right to practice their religion freely. And in the fight, there has been targeting of religious groups. There has been targeting of churches. There have been priests killed. It's a complete violation of human rights. And this is an international document. This is not a U.S. document. This is not a Ethiopian document. This is a document that is for all the countries. And this is a portfolio which anybody can take, but also I have a booklet called The Story of Human Rights. And for youth, we have a program called Youth for Human Rights. So this is more addressed to youth with youth actors and youth situations, but it gives them the concept of what human rights are. And so there's a booklet here for youth too. We're going to put some out in the hall if anyone wants to take one. But when we're talking about what's happening in Ethiopia, it's really important to talk about religious freedom and to talk about the right to life and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, because these are what are being violated. So it's not let's get into the weeds of who's fighting who and all that kind of thing. The whole thing is a problem. The whole thing is a violation of human rights. So rather than trying to say, not to say you shouldn't support this group or that group, but to just realize that this is a violation of human rights. And it's something that everybody in the community needs to talk about and know about. And I will tell you as an American, if I did not have the Selassies talking to me and telling me, and Marta in the back here too, telling me what's going on, I wouldn't know. So it's what's really important for you to go see your congressman and get them to sign on to the House resolution, because it makes the awareness, and everybody should go to their congressman. Everybody in their communities, you don't have to come to DC. Every congressman has a district office. So if with your groups and people that you're in touch with, get them to go visit their congressman in their district, and tell them and brief them on what's happening. Again, people just don't know. You know, you're competing with Gaza and Israel and Ukraine and Russia and all the other human rights violations going on. So it isn't that it isn't important, it's just literally not really very well known. And that's what's so great about what you've done with this resolution, is getting attention so that Congress can know. Enough signatures get onto the resolution, then it brings it to the attention of the State Department and the White House and all those kind of people. So I'm just urging everybody really get involved and do the 50-state strategy that Mesfin has been promoting, and talk to people and let them know what is actually happening in Ethiopia and why it's a human rights violation and why they should care about it. That's the other thing. Why should we care about it? Because what happens in Ethiopia is going to happen in other countries, and is happening in other countries in Africa, and it just expands and goes out and creates more problems for everybody. So really promoting human rights, I think, is really important, and communicating to Americans, to Congress and so forth, that this is a gross violation of human rights. This is not just an internal squabble. This is targeting of religious groups, targeting of priests, targeting of women, targeting of minorities. So these are why it's really important to talk about those kind of issues, and not just because we as Americans can kind of say, well, it's just this group fighting that group, but it's the specific targeting and the violation of the human rights that is really something that Americans should pay attention to. And again, I thank Mesfin for what he's done of really promoting and getting this out, and encourage all of you to go, literally from here, go to your congressman and tell them about it and ask them to sign on, and ask all your friends and neighbors and contacts in your groups to sign on to this resolution and make it more well known what is really happening, because as I said, we really don't know. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support and guidance. Appreciate it. Thank you. The next speaker